Hey everybody, today I've got this new toy to play with, a fermentation crock, and I'm going to try my hand at sauerkraut. So stick with me, we'll see how this works out. So my mom actually found this fermentation crock. This is what it looks like. And I've just washed all the pieces. They're over here drying. And this is the cabbage that I showed you in the last video that is from my garden. And so I am going to start slicing that up and see if we can't figure out how to make sauerkraut. All right, so here we are. I know you can't see me, but I'm up here. And I am just going to core the cabbage. And actually, my husband loves to chew on the core of cabbage. That was one of their favorite things growing up. So I'll just save that for him. And after I core it, I'm just gonna slice it really, really thin. And I'm not gonna do all of it on here. I'm not gonna make y'all watch me cut up cabbage because that's not very interesting. But see how thin I'm cutting it? It's just kind of almost shaved. So I'm gonna do that with all this and we're gonna weigh it. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do a whole recipe or a half recipe. The whole recipe uses like 8.5 pounds of cabbage. And that's gonna take pretty much all the cabbage that I picked from the garden, and I don't think I want to use all of it for this. I just want to use part of it. So I might do a half of the recipe, and we'll just see. We'll see as we go. But I'm gonna cut up the rest of this and I'll let you catch up with me in a minute. All right, so I have got all of my cabbage cut up and I have weighed it. And we've got 4 pounds, so it's about half of the recipe that's in the book that I'm going by. And I'm going to begin filling my crock. Now the book just tells me to put the cabbage in, put the salt on top, and leave it. But I've been watching some of you guys, and I cannot think of the name right now. And I just watched it this morning. But I'll get it and I'll put it in the links. Sorry, my memory's awful. But they're making sauerkraut also, and they are beating and massaging the cabbage, beating it with a stick thing that they bought. So I'm gonna kind of combine the two methods. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the salt to this. And like I said, I've got 4 pounds of cabbage. And so it calls for 3 tablespoons of salt, and I'm using a Himalayan salt. But I am just going to massage this in. I'm not gonna be quite as aggressive as they were in their video, just because I have a lot to do. And I've already worked out once today. So I'm gonna massage this in and slowly add the rest of the cabbage and see where we end up. All right, so I went and looked because my memory's so bad, and it is Page Family Homestead, our journey back. They're the ones who were doing the sauerkraut. And he's the one that had the wooden dowel that he was punching the cabbage with. And I decided very quickly that his way was better than mine. I was wearing my arm out, just kind of stirring this by hand. So I'm just kind of beating this as I go, because I was like, man, this is really gonna fill up this crock, because the crock doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. It's here, this part that you see. So yeah, it was filling up really quickly. So I am adding cabbage and beating it up, taking out all my aggressions, which I don't really have any today. So beating up the cabbage and I will show you the end result in just a few minutes. All right, this is my 4 pounds of cabbage. I've got the 3 tablespoons of salt in there. I've kind of beat it up as much as I can, and I don't know if you can tell that we're starting to get some liquid out of it now, which is exactly what we want. So I'm gonna try to get all this off the sides, down in the bottom where we need it. And I'm gonna use some big cabbage leaves to kind of cover the top. I'm gonna take out the hard stalk part so I can use the leaf better. And I'm just gonna kind of tuck it around. And I really thought this cabbage was gonna fill up this whole thing. I thought I was gonna have to find something else to use. I had no idea that it was gonna shrink that much. So I'm kind of surprised. All right, so I'm putting the cabbage leaf in there, and then this is the weight that's gonna go on top of this. And tomorrow, the water that is leached from the cabbage should cover this. It should cover that top leaf, and we want everything underneath it submerged. So if it doesn't, we'll add just a little bit of water, but we will check back tomorrow. This is our lid that goes on top. And our secondary lid. You actually put water in this ring too, so we'll do that. So this is what we've got. You can see it in there. And we'll check it tomorrow, see how much liquid it has, see if we need to do anything else. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll have sauerkraut in a couple weeks. See you guys next time.